We've got to talk about some of the huge updates in this national gerrymandering war. Starting with the news that the Texas Democrats have returned home, with them announcing this morning that they'd arrived back in Austin, giving Republicans the quorum they need to pass their new congressional map. Right, because as you likely remember, the state's GOP answered Trump's call to create 5 more Republican seats in the House, and doing so by orchestrating an openly partisan mid-decade redistricting plan that would deliver him exactly that. But then you had over 50 Democrats leaving the state, which prevented the Republicans from voting on the map. And in the 2 weeks since then, the Republicans, they've applied pressure every way they can to force them back. Right, the legislature got civil arrest warrants for them. They threatened nearly $400,000 in fines. Attorney General Ken Paxton sued to remove them from office. Senator John Cornyn had the FBI help track them down, and Governor Greg Abbott accused them of holding up a vote on aid for flood victims. But through all that, you saw the Democrats persisting, saying they would return home if 1, the special session in Texas ended, and 2, California proposed its own congressional map to counter Texas. And you ended up seeing both of those things happening on Friday. So despite the reality that they're effectively buckling, the Democrats spun this as a win, with their State House caucus chair Jean Wu saying, "We killed the corrupt special session, withstood unprecedented surveillance and intimidation, and rallied Democrats nationwide to join this existential fight for fair representation, reshaping the entire 2026 landscape." But also, the fact remains that Abbott simply called another special session right after the first one ended, and he promised to keep calling them one after another until the Democrats gave up. And so it's really hard to dispute with the statement from the New York Times that said, "The walkout did not change the raw political dynamics in Republican-dominated Texas, and Democrats remained in the situation they were in before they left, powerless to permanently stop the new map from being adopted." But also, I will say they are correct in that they put a glaring spotlight on Texas. And in doing that, they provoked a national response from blue states, especially California. And speaking of California, you had Democrats unveiling their proposed map, which would give them 5 more seats, effectively canceling out the GOP's gains in Texas. And if in 2026, all 5 seats flip, Republicans would only have 4 seats left in the state, leaving Democrats with 48.